All right, ladies and gentlemen, right next to me I have Jimmy Padilla making his cage return, making a second amateur MMA fight on August 20 against a East Palo Alto Mohammed Fohan, and then making his amateur debut. Two young men. I mean, he's only 19 and you are
20 years old.
20. Wow, both you guys almost identical, same age. Now, how do you prepare somebody you don't even know how they're gonna fight?
Honestly, I just sharpen up all my weapons. I sharpen up my striking, I sharpen up the grappling, the jiu-jitsu. So whichever way he wants to take it, whether he wants to take it standing, whether he wants to take it on the ground, or if he wants to try and submit me, it doesn't matter. Whichever 3 levels he wants to try and score on, he won't be able to.
That's pretty awesome. Now, do you do your little diligent homework, check on his Instagram or something, and see what kind of opponent you are dealing with?
Of course, we have some FBI agents over there at Cordero, so we have a little bit of information on them. You can be a bit of a ghost, but we'll get a little bit of information.
Yeah. So what do you find out about the guy? I haven't met him yet. I'm probably gonna meet him actually on Thursday. So what you know about him?
We more or less know about the gym. The gym's more of a striking gym, so we feel like this fight camp, we're gonna go a little heavy on standing up. I would love to go to stand up. Try and get a TKO or get a knockout. And then what is it? I know he's fairly new into the game, so we'll see how disciplined he is and how he acts.
Now, Jimmy, first of all, do you work, go to school, besides training?
I don't go to school, but I do work. I work with my friend Garrett, but I serve food. And then, so pretty much I train 5-6 times a week, and then I just work on the weekends. So right now I'm prioritizing just training because I'm trying to progress my career as much as I can.
Do you see yourself making fighting as a career, not a hobby?
Oh, most definitely. I want to make my fighting a career. I want to make an empire. I want to build a brand off myself and build it off my success and my hard work and dedication.
Which fighter do you look up to, like in UFC?
UFC, I really look up to Francis Ngannou, even though he's the complete opposite of me. Real big, real strong, a lot of power. But if I model my game after anybody, I'd like Kamaru Usman. Usman, he came from that D3 wrestling background, and he has solid striking, a stiff jab. So he's the one I kind of try and model my game after.
Now, in the future, if you make it to the pro, what weight class do you want to fight?
I'm fighting 125s. This is gonna be my last fight at 145s, and I'm gonna go down to 135, see how it is over there, and then eventually go all the way down to 125.
Now, 125, who do you have eyes on in the Bay Area?
I don't really know anybody at 125, but I do have my eyes on the champ at 135.
A Jeremy Scooter?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, Jeremy Scooter is fighting James Gertie.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think is going to win that fight?
Honestly, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna end up fighting one of them anyways.
Now, who do you think will come out and win of those two?
You know what? I'll give the champ his respect. He's the one who has the belt, so I'll give the edge to him. I don't really know any.
They actually both have a belt.
They both have belts? Shit, man, I don't know then.
So it's interesting. If you're fighting 135, not even just you fighting at similar that weight class. I'm asking some of the interview people knowing certain fights, and I ask them who do you think is gonna win the certain fights? So you know who's the main event? So the main event is a champion kickboxer from Mongolia versus Anthony Pretty Boy Taylor. So I'm asking people who do you think is gonna win that fight too? So but obviously you guys, as an amateur, you don't look at too much of the pros sometimes. So you focus on your zone, where all the enemies 135 pounds. That's gonna be the circle you'll be fighting in. So this fight is definitely very interesting. As far as a Jeremy Scooter against James Gertie. So I don't know, one is a Taekwondo black belt, one of them is a very good Muay Thai kickboxer, very good with their hands, and so if you have to bet your money on that fight, who do you think is gonna come out with?
I think I'd go with more of the Taekwondo, because the Taekwondo I feel is more of a abrasive, weird styling where they can kind of kick you from any and every angle. So I kind of I like giving the edge to more Taekwondo than Muay Thai.
All right. Well, here's your 2 cents, and what would be very interesting, and everybody, that's like a highlight reel, you know. But I usually don't do amateur belts, and that's one fight that I've been trying to put on due to injury, due to like certain problems, and never really put together. Finally, this upcoming card, they are fighting, so I'm very excited to have that fight.
Perfect.
So now, if your opponent Mohammed watching this interview, what do you have to say to him?
Let's give the people a show. I'm a dog. Let's make it a dog fight. You know I'm gonna make it a dog fight. So come prepared. Give me your best. I'll give you my best. I'll give the people what the hell they want.
That's awesome. Now, as far as like a martial art backgrounds, what's your background to introduce yourself to the fight game? Muay Thai, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, what's your background?
Well, I started out boxing and stuff, and then later on, I did a little bit of jiu-jitsu and mixed a little bit of wrestling in there. So, but like, I like to keep it straight.
What nationalities are you?
I'm purely Mexican. I'm all Mexican. Shout out Jalisco, my homeland, Tecolotlán, y Jalisco Teclan. I rep the Mexico jersey. I rep my people, and you know I'll have my flag out there.
Every Mexicans, they always start off boxing. It's like every Chinese start off kung fu. So we can expect to have some firework in the hands, right?
Most definitely. I got a little bit of firepower in these.
That's awesome. All right, guys. Now, if people want to get a hold of you to watching you fight and get tickets, come support you, how can people contact you?
Well, on any and every social media, it's Jimdog, JIMDOWG.408, and then you can find me anywhere and everywhere. Go ahead, hit me up on there, or you can hit me up on Cordero Martial Arts. That's my coach. That's my coach's Instagram. So go ahead and contact him there.
Any special loved one, training partners, supporters that you want to shout out to?
Yeah, I want to shout out my gym, you know, Cordero out in San Jose. I want to shout out my boy Garrett, Juan, Mike, all my training partners out there. I want to shout out my brother, Faded Barbershop out in San Jose. They always keep me clean. I don't have a clean cut right now, but I am gonna have one later today. So thank you to them, and I want to thank Grossman Chiropractics. You know, now he's keeping me healthy and everything, just so I can come into the battle prepared.
That's awesome. Now, for more information about this upcoming fight card, guys, check out DragonHouseMMA.com. We are updating the fight card layout this upcoming weekend. So by Saturday or Sunday, you guys check it out. It's going to be about 20 fights on that card. Don't miss it out. It's a huge stack card. The following event after August 20, the last event of the year, is going to be November 12th. Any fighter want to get on that card to fight, DM me and follow me on Instagram. And please subscribe my YouTube channel. Help me to grow my YouTube channel. And any last word you want to say to anyone else, Timmy?
Let's make it happen.
Make it happen.
Let's make it happen.
All right, sounds good. And I'm Zhong Lo signing out. Good to have Jimmy Padilla officially signed today. Thank you, brother.